Okay, so we have this nice case of a 51-year-old patient who unfortunately stepped down and felt pain in his foot. Opening up the case, we can see the thickened Achilles tendon all the way down to its insertion. We can appreciate some of this asymmetrically thickened change along the plantar fascia. But as we travel around and we go through our regular checklist of structures after we pass the medial flexor tendons and the medial flexor retinaculum, which has some mild sprain, we come along to the peroneal tendons, and that's where we really can see this particular thing, which I've outlined with the gap here. And what this is a gap between two halves of an os peroneum, and then you have the peroneus longus tendon coming back. And so we can see the os peroneum has been fractured, and we can take a look at that in other types of sequences to understand the bony portion of this. And what we can appreciate is the two halves of the os peroneum here and here. And let's take a look at that under the sagittal T1 so we can really appreciate the edges and the cortices that have this hypointense low signal surrounding the os peroneum. So that's the proximal and distal portion, and this is the gap in between, which we can appreciate nicely on almost every sequence. Now that we look, we can really appreciate what that will be. So predictably, the os peroneum is usually in this location, which is helping to offload forces as the peroneal tendon, which is a pulley type of tendon, comes down through the retromalleolar lateral groove with a second turn underneath the cuboid here. This is the tunnel of the cuboid and the tendon coming through to its insertion at the hallux metatarsal base. So this is a fractured os peroneum, benign os peroneum syndrome with a gap measuring 1.4 centimeter, and certainly the surgeon will go in and repair this primarily. Thank you.